Welcome to The Explainer. Let's jump right in, because today we're breaking down the critical reception of the highly anticipated 2026 film Supergirl. For literally decades, fans have been waiting to see if Kara Zor-El could finally step out of Superman's shadow. Well, we're going to map out exactly what works, what falls slightly short, and whether you need to rush out to the theater.
Right off the bat, the review establishes the film's core triumph, which is giving Kara a definitive, powerful identity of her own. Now, if you know your comic book history, you know it's notoriously tricky for legacy characters to break free from the original hero's shadow. It's like a giant puzzle trying to make them distinct. But this film makes that newfound independence its absolute defining strength.
Which brings us to stepping out of the shadow. It's a trap so many adaptations fall into, simply following Superman's legacy. But this movie actively pivots. Instead of just retracing Clark's footsteps, she's establishing a powerful identity of her own. What you should really take away from this is that the narrative finally gives Kara true agency. She's a protagonist in her own right now, definitely not just a sidekick.
Let's move on to action, emotion, and hope.
The filmmakers struck a seriously crucial balance here. They didn't just rely on empty spectacle. Instead, they wove together stunning visuals with fast-paced action scenes. But they didn't stop there, because the emotional moments, they are deeply, deeply relatable. It's this incredible trifecta of action, emotion, and hope that is just firing on all cylinders.
And speaking of that emotion, it's all anchored by a remarkably strong central performance. The review highlights a beautiful equation: immense courage paired with deep vulnerability. Let's be real, a hero who is completely invincible and never doubts herself gets boring incredibly fast. By allowing Kara to be genuinely vulnerable, her triumphant moments feel so much more earned.
But is there a predictable kryptonite? Well, the critique does note one area where the film plays it a little safe, mentioning that a few story beats feel predictable. It's a common hurdle in the genre, right? You can sometimes see the narrative turns coming from a mile away. But honestly, the review treats this as a super minor bump in the road, mostly because that predictability is vastly overshadowed by the movie's immense heart. Because of those overwhelmingly positive traits, the movie casts a really wide, welcoming net. It doesn't matter if you're a longtime DC fan wanting to see the character respected, a total newcomer to Kryptonian lore, or literally anyone seeking an enjoyable superhero adventure, this film delivers for all of us.
So, let's get down to the final verdict.
The review confidently awards Supergirl an incredibly solid 4 out of 5 stars. That 80% rating totally cements this film as a major win, explicitly calling it a fun, emotional, and visually spectacular superhero triumph.
This movie delivers exactly what it promises, successfully launching Kara Zor-El into her own well-deserved cinematic spotlight. So the only question left to ask yourself is, will you be seeing it on the big screen? Think about it. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.